Mhm. How's it going, YouTube? It has been a while. Do you remember this voice? It's yours truly. I'm back again. Back again. Back again. Now you can see by the title, the name of the title is Flat Earth and the Southern Lights. Southern Lights and the Flat Earth. How many of y'all have heard about the Southern Lights? Well, you're about to learn for the first time today. Hold on, I'm fixing something. All right. Now, when it comes to the Southern Lights, this is something that is a phenomena that happens in the bottom of the globe. You hear that? The globe. On the bottom of a globe. I'm going to let that sink in for y'all. I'm going to say I expect 0 viewers. I haven't been here for a while. 0 viewers and 0 likes. Okay? Because I know it's going to be some haters off of this. Do you comprehend? Yes, it's been a long time. Shout out to you, God Flame. I got some new information for y'all. I don't know if you're a flat earther or a globe earther, but I got you. This here is going to be some potent information. You might want to read the description to see what's going on here. I'm going to get right to it, though, and not waste time. So, Brandon Lops, good to see you again, bro. Same to you and the other one. This video is going to be very, very nice. I waited on this one, and I got some more information to come afterwards. You know me. I know you. God, I probably know you in real life, huh? Or you was somebody who was coming in the past and, you changed your name and stuff. I probably remember you saying. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and not leave y'all waiting. As you can see by the title, once again, it's called The Southern Lights and the Flat Earth. The Southern Lights is something that has not been talked about by flat earthers at all. You can search all on YouTube. You can search all on Google. Okay? There are no flat earthers who have talked about these Southern Lights. You will not find any information about it. So I'm the first person who I'm not labeling myself as a flat earther. I'm in between. You see what I'm saying? I'm the one who's bringing the truth. And I've always said that. I'm all about the truth. If this is showing more of the truth, that's what I'm always going to be about the truth. If the flat earth is saying something that's true, I'm going to show it. The globe earth is showing something that's true, I'm going to show it. And today, this is what I have to show you. How do you screen share again? I forgot this shit. I haven't been on I have not been on here in that long. Damn. Yeah, share screen. They changed some stuff. Then Google. Yeah. All right. So when you go to Google, there's something called the Southern Lights. And if you type this in, going to see something come up. It's called the Auroras, the Aurora Australis, or however you want to pronounce it. The Southern Lights. No flat earther has talked about this, and there's a reason why, okay? It's one of 2 reasons. And it's either because they have not known about the Southern Lights, or it's because they've known about it and they know that it cannot apply on a flat earth. There's no possible way for it. It's something that definitively, it's one thing that definitively debunks the flat earth. Okay. So the Southern Lights is something that's visible from Antarctica, Tasmania, which is a small or island that's near Australia. It's visible down there in the southern hemisphere, to Tasmania, Antarctica, Argentina, South America. You've never heard these talked about in conjunction with their counterpart, the Northern Lights. You'll get told that the ancients only talked about and revered the Northern Lights by many flat earthers. Many flat earthers will agree with this, but they've never talked about the southern lights. You can only have the southern lights due to a south pole. A south pole does not exist on a flat earth. This is very important. I'm going to be coming back probably with a part 2, not today, of course, but later on down the road to show y'all that the southern lights can not work on a flat earth. That's part of why I drew out what I drew out in the thumbnail. And I posted that in my community tab not too long ago. But as you can see right here, if I zoomed in, there are many diagrams where they show you the auroras are not only a phenomena that occur at the top of the globe, but also at the bottom, south and north pole. Flat earthers would tell you the auroras only happen in the north. Okay. So that's a big problem. This is going to be a short video to debunk the flat. I'm not going to be here long at all. At all. And I'm ready for any, I want you to please know, I'm ready for any debate from the strongest mind that you have. Because that's what you're going to need. You might even need multiple. I'm ready for any debate. Okay. So there are some more diagrams down here to show you that this isn't just one diagram that pops up of the southern lights. They've been taught, but for some reason, flat earthers don't talk about them. And like I said, it's either because they've known about them and been hiding them because they know that it doesn't suit a flat earth and it's not possible because there's no south pole on a flat earth. So where would you have the auroras come from, which are a polar phenomenon? Okay, very hard to answer, right? So you got very many depictions of this. That's the same one. Very many depictions of it. I just want to show y'all how many different depictions there are because I'm about to show you something in a minute that's real important when it comes to flat earth. Now you'll hear many flat earthers say, especially notorious ones, say, they don't show you this in the South. Okay. But it's being shown in the South right here in front of you. Who they is, I really don't know whenever they say they. Corey really don't know who it is when they say they. Who is they talking about when they say they? Oh, man. So you have something here. They'll say that the ancients only taught about the north. Okay. Well, the truth is there was an ancient civilization that knew about the southern lights. Okay. There is an ancient civilization from Tasmania, indigenous Australians from, yeah, not just Tasmania, but Australia. And they used to see the phenomena of the northern lights. I can pull that up. Southern lights, flat earth. Now, among you reading all of these, you can go through every one of these. Flat earthers have no, mind you, they will say that if the ancients did not say it is not wise to be adding on anything, any narratives, okay? So flat earthers haven't mentioned anything about the southern lights, and likely as well because guess what? The ancients don't show any depictions of the southern lights on any of the cosmology. Have you realized that? Nor do they really even show the northern lights on any of their depictions of cosmology. It's very important. So you can go through all of these. I will click on at least 5 of them, I guess, just to read and show, because they're really reposting a lot of the same stuff, saying the same thing, but they do not teach about on the flat Earth the Aurora Australis. The Aurora Borealis, aka Northern Lights, is a spectacular natural phenomenon caused by particles of solar wind as they hurtle towards Earth and interact with chemicals in the atmosphere. Less well known but equally trippy as the is the Aurora Australis, or the Southern Lights, visible from the southernmost regions of the Southern Hemisphere. These flashy displays of dancing lights are a lucrative tourist attraction for countries like Norway and Iceland, but can be a bit of a nuisance. At least that is, if you are a flat earther. This is because for the aurora to exist in a flat world, you need to ascribe to some fairly weird physics, specifically physics that does not require a north and a south pole and a spinning spherical Earth. The reason the northern and southern lights exist, other than in rare circumstances, exclusively around the poles, is due to the Earth's magnetic field, which causes the solar particles to converge at the northernmost and southernmost latitudes. Here they mingle with oxygen and nitrogen particles, releasing the photons that form famously exuberant rainbow-colored auroras. Really iridescent. It's not really rainbow like that. It's really iridescent colors. I love iridescent colors. That's something y'all can know about Corey. Corey loves iridescent colors. The auroras are iridescent. Do you know what iridescent is? I'll pull it up later. But it's a different form. It is like a rainbow, but really when you pay attention to iridescent colors, it's really the colors of the elements in a faded manner. Like the 5 main elements: earth, wind, water, and fire, red, blue, yellow, and green. So when you look at the auroras, you don't see red Roy G. Biv. You don't see any orange in there like that. But anyway, keeping it going, the brightness of the lights at any one time correlates to the movement of the solar wind particles and the oscillating magnetic field lines. This brings us to the spinning spherical Earth. As conventional physics would tell you, the magnetic field required for the aurora is produced by the constant flow of liquid metal in the Earth's outer core, a process called the dynamo effect. This flow generates electric currents, which, when prompted by the rotation of the Earth on its axis, form a magnetic field around the planet. And so, what would happen if the world was to stop spinning? Well, according to NASA, if the Earth stopped rotating, its magnetic field would no longer be generated. That means no more northern lights, or for that matter, southern lights. It would also leave every single living thing on the planet vulnerable to the extremely high levels of radiation that emanates from the sun. Fortunately for us, it is extremely unlikely to happen at any time soon. For our health and auroras, we need a magnetic field and therefore a globular planet. But not to let a small thing like science get in the way, flat earthers have their own explanation for the magnetic field, which you can read here, and the northern and southern lights. According to the Flat Earth Wiki, auroras have believed to be caused by. Now, I want you to first off, I'm already knowing what one person will say the auroras are, okay? And when I say one person, I'm not talking about a particular one person. I'm talking about, you know how people will say one. I know what one would say that is a flat earth. When they've been taught otherwise, there's alternative, more spiritual, in-depth, going deep type of methods as far as teaching what the northern lights is. You know what I mean? Auroras are believed to be caused by charged high energy particles from the solar winds that are trapped within the magnetic field of the Earth. As these charged particles spiral back and forth along the lines of the magnetic field, they become visible nearest to the north and south magnetic poles, where these magnetic lines become vertical and interact with the atmoplane of the Earth. Now that's funny because there is no South Pole on a flat Earth. It says right here they become visible nearest to the North and South magnetic poles. There is no South Pole on a flat Earth. But anyway, auroras, both the northern and southern lights, can most frequently and easily can most frequently and easily be seen during the winter. Let me stop. During the winter months within a 2,500 kilometer radius of the vertical magnetic field lines. This area is also known as the auroral zone. There was nothing to learn within that. If that's what flat earthers are saying, they haven't even mentioned and explained directly the phenomena of the southern lights. How does it work out if your earth is flat and you have an ice wall and there's no South Pole? Where do the southern light, would it be? It would have to be a ring up above the ice wall. Okay. So the southern lights would have to be a ring above if there were any way for it to possibly be constructed and drawn out and explained, to be explained on a flat earth. That's the only way that it could work out. I mean, it's the only way. So once that way, what I'm explaining, once that way is debunked, then there's nothing else that a flat earther can resort to. So that's why I drew out what I drew out, with the southern lights being a ring above Antarctica, because that is the only way that it could work out if they even tried to draw it on the flat earth. But guess what? No flat earther has even drawn out, or nor do any flat earthers, like I mentioned you, even in the ancient days, have any depictions of the southern lights on a flat earth. That's why when they say, why don't they show you this in the South? There's a huge problem, because literally the southern lights are something that you can see and witness in real life. It's not something that you could look at and be like, what if that's just a picture of the northern lights? How do you know it's really a southern lights? You can literally go to websites where they have live stream cameras of the auroras in the South. Okay. So that even if a flat earther tried that, you can go on YouTube as well. You can look at and identify different, you can see the auroras being videotaped in a time lapse on YouTube. And in order to identify, I used a method in order to identify whether it was really the southern lights or not. And I said I can use the constellations, because there are two different sets of constellations in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. They do not look the same. You will never see the Big Dipper down in the southern hemisphere, and you will never see the Southern Cross in the northern hemisphere. So when I was looking at the videos of the southern lights, what I saw was the Southern Cross down there. I identified the Southern Cross, so therefore it can't be manipulated. Okay. And it was not CGI. So there is no other way for a flat earther to debunk the southern lights or add the southern lights to a flat earth. As a matter of fact, Corey did the work for flat earthers, since flat earthers are notorious for not doing work themselves and passing on words that others have said. I did the work for you. I drew out the flat earth with the southern lights on it for the first time. You don't see it anywhere else. If you don't believe me, I can go to YouTube and not YouTube, but Google, because I don't want this to be a drawn out video. I can go to Google for you and show you that there is no depiction of the southern lights on a flat earth. Now, if I type it up on a globe, mind you, there is a flat earther out here. There's big flat earthers out here who have said that this, make for sure I'm in the right account. There are flat earthers out here who themselves have said that this is not shown in the South. I typed in flat earth. Okay. That's a globe right there. And I'm going to keep on scrolling. I scroll all the way until it said there are no more search results. Before I ever made this video, about a month back, because I've been knowing about this, I'm just now making a video. I actually got more stuff saved up. I'll be coming back with more stuff to teach you all about what the flat earthers don't comprehend. I actually have an experiment. So any flat earther thinking that they got some type of confidence against me or anything like that, watch out there, boy, because I'm going to be able to I'm going to be able to do an experiment, and I got a challenge for a flat earther. It's time for y'all to do an experiment. I'm not going to tell you what, but next time, not next time I'm live, because there may be a part 2 to this. I don't know. But here in the future, I'll be doing that and doing that experiment. And your challenge is to carry out your own in return to prove what it is I need you to prove. I'm not giving any hints. But anyway, let's look and see when we see the southern lights on the flat earth depicted. Okay. You can click through all of these. I'll click on that one just in case you think that might be anything as far as the earliest, most relevant search results in regards to what I type. Excuse me. The earth is round. It may seem like an obvious fact, and I got to go back and read more articles too. Okay. Because I don't want you to think I did half as I already did all of the research. You can go research, as in search behind, research yourself. Honestly, you understand? But because I'd rather you do that so that you get your comprehension. And then you can come back to me and tell me, hey, bro, I found this. You know what I mean? I found you. So that way you ain't got to just take my word. You get what I'm saying? You can do, you know what I mean? It may seem like an obvious fact that we've understood since primary school. Before a body of flat earthers, the concept of a globe-shaped earth is paramount to what they claim is the biggest conspiracy theory to ever exist. Their science is laughable, their evidence baseless, and their claims prone to falling flat. Pun intended, but hey, bro, guess what? I ain't gonna need to say nothing. I'll be back. Hold on. Oh, man. They say pun intended. They funny for that. Pun intended. Hey, what happened when something is dead? When something is dead, that means it's flat, right? Hey, dead is 4-letter, 5-letter. Don't forget who I am, man. Dead is 4-letter, 5-letter. D. Hey, flat Earth is dead Earth. When you flatline that green, the heart monitor, Earth is heart, right? What happened when the Earth, when it ain't got no life no more? When the heart monitor go flat, it go beep. It's a dead Earth. I'm telling you, I'm debunking the Earth being flat. But you have to have a wise mind in order to comprehend that. DEAD, Earth, 4-letter, 5-letter. EARTH, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. DEAD, 1, 2, 3, 4. 45. Understand? The king. that cause turned deadly over the weekend when Mad Mike Hughes, self-styled daredevil, flat earth theorist, and limousine jumping stuntman, died in a rocket accident while trying to prove the flat earth hypothesis correct. But even the weather shows the earth isn't flat. Here's how. If the flat earth hypothesis were true, you would be crushed to death. Okay. Let me see. With Southern Lights, we're trying to stick to the topic and just trying to read and waste time. skim, read, see if they. I'm just clicking on stuff to see and show y'all that it ain't gonna be nothing talked about as far as flat Earth and the Southern Lights. You're not going to find. Damn, I don't even think it popped up on y'all shit. I forget the StreamYard does that. My bad. Y'all can't even see the article. Dang it. I forget that it does that. I forget that it does that. I still see y'all there in the comment section too. Using, oh yeah, yes, that one. Okay. This is what I was talking about. There's nothing here to be seen at all as far as the Southern Lights and the flat Earth. There's no depiction of it. You're not going to find one at all. You see, it takes a real honest person. Now, when the flat Earth, I'm not saying, look, I'm not going to say that it's stupid. That's why I tell y'all that I'm in between, just like 4.5 is the center. It's in between, it's balanced. It's not picking and choosing. I'm the judge. That's what I am. I'm smart enough to realize that the flat Earth is not, I comprehend their mind. That's why I've been one, labeled as one in the past. So I comprehend their mindset and where they come from. But it doesn't mean that it's fact-based. I comprehend the globe. And there's a lot of stuff that wouldn't so-called make sense with that, but I do comprehend. Right now the globe is winning as far as it's making sense. I've already said a lot of stuff in the past when it comes to the flat Earth that just doesn't make sense. And don't forget about my discovery as well. I've been building that project for almost 3 years now. And that's something that's helping as far as show what the shape of the Earth is fractally. I'm just not going to even speak on that right now. So what I do in this one would need to be showing present, share file, screen. That'll be cool. Southern Lights, flat Earth. You see, mer verker. You see, mer verker. You see. There is no depictions of the Southern Lights on the flat Earth. You see, you will not find anything of the flat Earth with the Southern Lights. Mer verker. You understand? Mer verker. You understand what I say to you? You will not find any depiction of it. Dang, man. Okay. You will not find any depiction of it. Phenomenal. It's crazy that, that you cannot find anything of it. See more anyway. There we go. You know that all, like, where's the depiction? Man. Of a green ring around the, because it has to start at Antarctica. That's one thing that we know for sure. It's down in the south. It's circling around the pole. The Southern Lights exist. So if you're going to draw them out on the flat Earth, they have to start at Antarctica. So if they start at Antarctica and they can be seen all the, in the Southern Hemisphere, then the only way you could do that is draw a ring around the top of the flat Earth. So it'll be a ring in the inside of, I did not mean to click on that. There would be a ring on the inside of the flat Earth, which would be what? The Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights, locale the center. And then there would also be sorry, I was checking something on my phone, which is hacked by somebody in the community, just to let y'all know. That's why I have not. Oh yeah, let me make sure. Yeah, I'm just letting it's hacked. It's somebody been watching me from in the community apparently for months. You know that? Not months, but years. Do anybody remember whenever I was talking in the past about it seems like somebody's out here copying me? I'm just letting y'all know I'm gonna get the police involved on some stuff. So it is gonna be some changes in your community, whether you know it or not. Corey ain't going for no bullshit, and there's been a lot of slick talking. Corey ain't playing with motherfuckers out here. When you do something on my level and you this smart, that's why niggas will do what they do. Okay. Fucking with the right, wrong one. Fucking with the right, wrong one. Nothing there. I mean, even the titles don't say anything about the Southern Lights. I mean, I'm gonna scroll all the way to the bottom like I did with myself, because I know that people ain't gonna do it on their own 9 times out of 10, but they got me who did it for them. That's my whole purpose in making this video, not to target anybody, but to help the community with the truth, because it's supposed to be about the truth, right? Well, the truth is there are flat earthers out here who will tell you that they do not show why, or ask you, why don't they show you this in the South when it comes to the Southern Lights? They'll tell you that they're that the ancestors that they revered the Northern Light. That's why they revered the North as well, because it was the ancestors taking their path home as well in the North, right? Well, what about the South? Are they going home in the South as well too? Think about that. Huh. If you got Southern Lights, if the Northern Lights is the ancestors going home in the North, what does it make it if there is a Southern phenomena reflective of the same thing? Are they going home? Is it two different homes? It's two different poles, but you can't have two poles on a flat earth. Even flat earthers have said this. There is no South Pole on a flat earth. Okay? That's very, very important. Extremely important. And so also being that flat earthers have not came out with any videos talking about the Southern Lights, it shows that they don't know about it. And therefore, for them to come out and even try to come with a debate, it'll show and prove that they are making up things. Because how and where, if the ancients don't have any depictions of the Southern Lights on their cosmology, and we're going to use the frame and coin the phrase that if the ancients didn't say it, then you don't need to be saying it yourself. Don't add anything to the cosmology and stuff like that. Guess what? There is no reason that you should not be able to find the flat earth with ancient wise with the Southern Lights. Kind of lost my track of thought right there real quick. I'm gonna get back to it. You best believe that. Therefore, what I'm saying is, how are you going to teach about the Southern Lights if the ancients didn't even teach about it? The ancients did know about the Southern Lights, but you don't see them teaching about it anywhere. And the only ancients that you can find that knew about the Southern Lights were the ones who were indigenous South Americans. And this is only readable by articles. Not South Americans, I mean indigenous Australians is what I mean to say. Sorry about that. Indigenous Australians. But that you can't find any depictions of them drawn out on a flat earth, because the same people will tell you. But how often have you also heard about flat earthers talking about ancient Australians and their cosmology? We've went through so many different cosmologies as far as, so that'll also show that if that was even tried to be talked about, that's also a field where they don't even know very much about. They've not displayed too much spiritual gnosis or knowledge about that sector. You comprehend what I'm saying? When it comes to cosmology and Australians, everything else has been spoken on. The Dogon, flat earth. Egyptians, flat earth. Chinese, flat earth. Cambodians, flat earth. Angkor Wat. So many different formats of, or not formats, but cultures, civilizations, ancient civilizations. South Americans, flat earth. Mexico, flat earth. Mayans, you know what I mean? Flat earth, cosmology. Hindus, flat earth, cosmology. Where is the Australian flat earth cosmology talked about in people's videos? Therefore, they have not shown spiritual gnosis about that. It reflects that it's a weak area. And therefore, for somebody to come out and even try to debate me and try to explain what it is, the phenomena that I'm pointing out that they've never talked about as if it's not existed, it shows that they don't know, that they'll be making up stuff at that point. Because after all, the ancestors have not even talked or drawn this out. So if you're going to talk about the phenomena, where are you getting your information from if you're only repeating what the ancestors said? Can you show me where the ancestors have drawn out the southern lights on the flat earth and depicted that in their cosmology? Because I'm going to go to it, ancient flat earth wise. I'm just going through all of these just to show you that flat earthers there is nothing in the search engine that shows a southern lights and flat earth. Come on, man, quit doing that, please. I'm trying to make for sure that people don't think I'm rushing it and trying. I'm taking my time. So you see come on, dude. So you see everything. It's really amazing to me, to be honest, to know that flat earthers have not even talked about this. It's crazy. And this is extremely, extremely, extremely important for and to be talked about. If not, this is the most important thing to be talked about. As far y'all need to spread. I mean, you ain't got to spread my video necessarily, but you can talk about this because I ain't here for clout. You don't have to spread my video like that, but you can talk about this with whoever, whatever flat earther it is. If you're a globe earther, you got something to hold above their head, you can use my art that I drew out. Bring it to them. See what they got to make up, because that's all that they can do is make something up. Watch most of them, especially if you catch them off guard and they ain't even heard of me, and watch them get stuck. That's all that can happen, is they're going to get stuck. If anything, they're gonna have to look something up. I kid you not, they're gonna have to look up Southern Lights because their ass has not heard of the Southern Lights. It's funny, man. It's really a trip because they'll sit up and act like they know so much. And Corey is the one who brings the stuff that nobody's talking about. I told y'all, every time that I come back with something worth it and new. I'm never gonna give you some BS. I'm the one who brings the new information. The alternative ain't nothing changed. I just been dealing with this hacking situation and trying to get it underway. Niggas ain't getting away with nothing out here. Niggas ain't getting away with shit. They listening to me right now. That's the funny thing about it. They are listening to me right now. At all times of the day, they listening to me, niggas. Boy, I'm keeping how much I keep. I'm keeping it down. That was interesting. The Taurus, yep. Flat. Don't you even think about it, fools. Ain't nobody killing me. I'm gonna tell your ass that. I don't give a fuck how slick your ass talk. Ain't no flat earther killing me or having no connects to it. I'm telling your ass straight up. I'm telling you, fuck what you heard. I was very professional last time. If anything, I might have to redo this video in a professional manner. But some stuff just got to come out, bro. Real talk. Some stuff just got to come out, bro. I'm sick of the bullshit. We're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it real. Looks like you've reached the end. There are no more search results as far as Southern Lights and flat Earth. Now we're going to try the Ancient Cosmology. Ancient flat Earth. Earth Cosmology. Now, you know, they got diagrams where they got multiple of them. So I'll just click on that because that's the easy, quick way. And zoom in on it. And as you can see, there is no depictions of the Southern Lights on a flat Earth. No depictions of the or the Northern Lights. Zero depictions. Zero depictions. Not a green colored nothing. Goodness, what is this thing trying to do? Zoom on out. There we go. Come on, man. I need to use my mouse again because this is very inconvenient. Okay, big problema. Can't turn to the side with this shit or nothing. Crazy. Okay, well, the best I can do is scroll like that. Now, there's no depictions. I mean, zero depictions. Where do you see anything talking about or drawn out, explaining the Southern Lights? You know, it's just crazy on a flat Earth. You can't say the snake right there is the Southern Lights or the Northern Lights. You know why? Because that's the firmament. That's the Taurus field. Remember the snake, the Taurus? Oh yeah, I'm very comprehensible of the flat Earth. Don't forget who you're talking with. That's why I say I'm balanced. That's a smart person ain't gonna be or choose one side before a fight is over. If you're debating something, that means that you don't know which one is the truth, because once you know the truth, there is no debate, my friend. That's the real truth. If you know the sky is blue, you're only going to be stupid sitting up there arguing and debating with somebody who trying to tell you it's a different color. When you know that it's blue, you know the truth is what? It's blue. So what are you going to sit up there and debate? You wasting time. So the fact that it's even a debate between flat Earth and globe, that shows that the truth ain't been disclosed. Well, that's why I'm disclosing. At the end of the day, this right here would be the Taurus field that's around the flat Earth. Just like you see the trees, the tree and its branches and leaves, the scales on the leaf, all of those scales and stuff like that is the grid that you see on the Taurus field. You see, you can't say that the Aurora Borealis is, and I'm talking about, when I say Borealis, I mean the northern star, I mean Northern Lights, which is what flat earthers focus on. You cannot say that the northern lights is the torus field, because literally it's explained that the stars out there is what the stories, torus, stars, tour. When you go around the torus field, the motion of the torus field, what's really going around in a circle is the stars. That's the outermost. That's the front. Come on, man. In flat earth cosmology, what's being casted or projected onto a firmament, which is the torus field, the stars, touring. When you take a tour, you go around a torus field. You're taking a tour around. Okay, a grand tour. Stories equals star. Think about how you got Instagram set up. Instagram and other stuff. They have the stories up there at the top. Like the stars is up there at the top of the flat earth cosmology. I'm very comprehensible on it. It's nothing that you're going to get under or over me. That's a good one too. So the key is, in none of these depictions do you see a green ring, Aurora Borealis, up above. I mean, come on now. I mean, Aurora Australis, to keep it correct. So where are the ancients saying and showing in their art the southern lights? If the ancients didn't say it, should have nobody said, correct? Don't add and don't take off, correct? Right or wrong? Right. Well, it seems to me like somebody's taking off, because the ancients have talked about the southern lights. And just because the ancients were flat earthers, that's what I'm saying. That's what, where do you, it goes deeper than what, see, that's where you have to have an open mind. Just because the ancients were flat earthers is what you're being taught. Where do you see this stuff engraved? You know what I mean? This is all modern art. So just like y'all will say that this is, just like y'all would say NASA creates CGI, this is all artistic depictions of a flat earth. These are not ancient real car. All of this is recent stuff. This uses computers to make this stuff. If you're going to find what the ancients said, you better find it in stone. That's the best way. Word of mouth is not the real way. If you're going to find something that's going to stay the truth, it's best to be set in. They have that phrase for a reason. It's set in stone. That means it's official. So now, back to going through the 5 articles at the least that I said that I would go through. And when I say it goes deeper, basically, all I'm going to say to keep it short and simple is, what if there is a psyop going on with the flat earth? Why did it just come out of nowhere? What if the flat earth itself was a psyop? Have you ever considered that? That's all I'm going to say to you. That should say enough to you to make you think outside of the box and think maybe this, just like you did with everything else. Many of y'all have talked about distractions out here, and there's been a lot of stuff going on as far as technology. They got technology that can read your mind. A lot of y'all already know that, but it's happening right now. My phone, the people that are watching me and have me hacked, they are able to read my mind and hear what I'm thinking. And it'll go crazy. It's hard for y'all to comprehend that. Literally, I'm going to probably make a video and explain this shit. Because I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life in regards to this hacking situation. And so somebody ass going to be getting fucked up, period, point blank, in some type of way, whether jail or fucked up. Because I'm not tolerating dead earth. 4-letter, 5-letter. That's the signature who did the shit. 45. Killed the flat earth. Mm-hmm. 4-letter, 5-letter. American scientists at the universities of Michigan and Illinois have discovered that there are two sorts of men. Hold on, man. This is not it. They got me reading some shit that ain't even. Come on, man. That's why my computer is freezing up now. That's the real reason. Why don't they have what they put? That's crazy. This is a good art. They basically repeating the same stuff, a lot of them. Some of them are repetitions of the same article. The northern and southern lights, otherwise known as Aurora Borealis and Aurora Australis, are some of the greatest natural phenomena known to man. This spectacle is a huge tourist attraction for northern European countries like Iceland and Norway due to their close proximity to the North Pole, as well as Antarctica, which is part of the South Pole. Bad, y'all. I had a seizure episode real quick. Sorry about that. The spectacle is a huge tourist attraction for the northern European country. Okay, I read that. The poles, which are intrinsic to the Earth's magnetic field, attract solar particles, which then mingle with oxygen and nitrogen particles, and then release colorful photons, thus creating an awe-inspiring spectacle. The colors differentiate depending on what elements the solar particles interact with, and they sway in such a way that is dependent on solar wind particle and the moving magnetic field lines. However, this poses a problem for some people, the flat earthers community. That's because of their bizarre belief that the earth does not have a north and a south pole and is just a stationary plate with an ice wall on the perimeter, with the sun and moon rotating above us. We hardly need to go into the problems that would occur if the spherical Earth stopped spinning. But if it did, the magnetic field would no longer be generated, thus exposing us to the sun's radiation and basically killing every living thing on the planet. We can safely say that it's unlikely to ever happen. But if flat earthers believe that the planet is motionless and thus without a magnetic field, then how do they explain our continued existence and the auroras? Well, according to the highly informative Flat Earth Society, they are actually a luminous autoplanic phenomena that are visible near the northern and southern hemidiscs. This is the entire explanation. See, it's basically copy and paste off. It sounds just like the other article, just switched around words. On the flat earth The aurora, also commonly referred to as the southern and northern lights, are a luminous atmoplanet. I'm saying atmoplanet phenomenon that generally appear as bright, colorful bands of light. Auroras are often visible in the night sky in both the northern and southern hemispheres of the Earth. Auroras are believed to be caused by charged high energy particles from the solar winds that are trapped within the magnetic field of the Earth. As these charged particles spiral back and forth along the lines of the magnetic field, they become visible nearest to the north and south magnetic poles, which are where these magnetic lines become vertical and interact with the atmoplane of the Earth. The bright, visually pleasing colors commonly associated with auroras are the result of electrons colliding with oxygen and nitrogen molecules in the Earth's atmoplane. As these molecules become energized, then cool from their energized state, they emit actual light that can be seen by the naked human eye. Auroras, both the northern and southern lights, can most frequently and easily be seen during the winter months during a 2,500-kilometer radius of the. It's just like the other article. I mean, this makes no sense whatsoever, and just sent like right because there's no. They just literally said that there's a South Pole, and so that's why I say it takes you. It north and south magnetic poles. There is no South Pole on a flat Earth. They always say this. And so if this is from a dumb flat earther, one would say that a flat earther who doesn't know what they're talking about, then I ask of you to bring your smartest flat earther that you know. Notify them because they're not going to come to my channel. I can let you know that. I don't care if it's ODD. I don't care if it's old buddy, old pal, whose name ain't saying. I do not care who it is. I'm ready. Corey don't care. And I will not carry myself in a negative manner. I'm very professional. All of the bullshit going on behind the scenes, that's another thing. But when it comes to this intellectual and what the truth is, I could bet you my bottom dollar that no flat earther will want to debate me. I kid you, at your top flat earth. Nothing. Couldn't do nothing but make something up. It's funny. I mean, this makes no sense whatsoever, and it just sounds like what the northern and southern lights are anyway. But you've got to hand it to those flat earthers. They really do have an explanation for everything, just like the Principal Skinner. It's just crazy. It really is. I'm looking specifically for flat earth titles. That's why I'm not clicking on every one. I'm looking for the southern light, exactly what I'm typing, the southern lights and flat earth, and you're not going to even find a legitimate article. I'm reading 5 of them, but I'll skim through the rest of the titles or the suggestions. It's crazy. Here's what flat earthers think actually causes the northern lights. See, this is the northern lights. One person will explain, or a group of people will explain to you based off of what they learned from one, that those are the ancestors going home. And my thing, like brought to you, if there's a southern lights, what home is they going to in the south? Very important question to answer. The Aurora Borealis at this time of the year, at this part of the day, in this part of the country, localized entirely in your kitchen. And Aurora Australis, the southern version, are wonders of the natural world. Thousands of people travel to northern Europe each day, witness the full glory of the northern lights, but inexplicable they can't. In fact, they're pretty simple to explain. The Earth has a magnetic field that causes solar particles to be attracted to the poles. There, they are intersped with nitrogen and oxygen particles, which causes that lovely glow when colorful photons are released. However, not everyone is on board with that. Of course, for those who believe that the Earth is flat, there can be no poles, there is no space, and therefore science cannot be believed. According to these guys, the Earth is a flat plate upon which the sun and moon rotate. The Earth is also surrounded by a gigantic ice wall. Seriously, you could lose days reading up about all of the stuff that the flat Earth community believes instead of modern science. The official Flat Earth Society says on the flat Earth, the Aurora, also commonly referred to as the southern and northern lights, are a luminous atmoplaning. It's the same thing. And so they clearly mention magnetic poles of the south and the north. I got a lot of company and loud noise going on in the background, so I'm going to go ahead and end this one there. But what I have needed to say definitely has been said. Y'all can pretty much do the rest of the scrolling and the research yourself. And you will see that everything that I've said is 100% true. Now, like I said, if there is anybody who has a debate against what it is that I say, I'm ready at any time, any place. Yo, join my live next time, bro. Hope you're good. We live in Citator. And we live in a Citator. Crater, I think you meant to say. A crater. People say flat earth is a Masonic practice. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. There's actually some speculation that some of these guys out here is Freemasons, but they working with the government. Oh yeah, you got people out here that's flat earthers and stuff. They working with the government. That's reality. That's reality. Working with the government. But I will see y'all next time. I'm gonna go ahead and let this shit end here. Peace out.